It froze on my end. I don't know if it froze on your end, but happy birthday to me. I'm 35 today. Can you guys believe that? Let me know if it's too loud where I'm at. I'm underneath a tree and I have the windows open, but there is a baby bird chirping over yonder. And I think it's gonna take a little nappy wappy real soon. So I have 1 week left of school. I'm very excited about that. Very, very, very excited. Let's see. Can I send out a notification? I don't know. What was that? I don't know. I can share. Ooh. How do I share? Let's try it out. Oh, I can do Instagram? Can I just share it to my... I don't know. I don't even know how any of this works. I really need to sit down and learn how to use Live. I think. Because I don't know if the one I scheduled, like, disappeared. Is that one done? I don't know. Well, I have somebody, so hello. Oh, you keep getting kicked out, Danielle. I got kicked out too. I don't think they want us to have a nice birthday chat. Can you hear the bird chirping? There's a baby bird chirping. I have the windows open because, okay, so I could do this at home, but my 2 boys have no chill when I get home for a good, how long am I awake for? For a good, 5 hours. They have 0 chill. I also have the windows open, so please let me know if it's too loud. Hi, Stacy. Thanks. It is, thanks for the birthday wishes. If it's too loud, I can roll up the windows. I'm right by the road too. I didn't think this through. I just saw a tree in shade that has plastic bag in the tree. Look at that. Ew. Like what? Ew. Littering is probably one of my biggest pet peeves. I hate littering so much. It isn't too loud. Okay. Well, if that changes, let me know and we can switch locations. Also, I lost the thing to my thing. I can't think of words right now, but I don't know if it like fell out of my car, so I had to replace that. Or I could find one. I bet I have one in my house. I have like a million one of those. Preach. Oh, about littering. Yeah, I could go on forever about littering. So if I know I talked to some of you guys like outside of YouTube, but if I haven't, my concert went very, very well. The kids knocked it out of the park. I have no words for how good they did, especially because before the concert was an absolute dumpster fire. For 3 hours, it was a dumpster fire. And I was just like grinning and bearing it because like the kids stayed after school and nothing was going as planned, which usually happens. But usually plan B works, but plan B didn't work because it was raining and it was just like, so there was like 3 hours of just absolute, like, I was almost in tears. It was so bad. But the concert was fire. It was so good. And I'm so proud of my kids. I cried just a little. And that's like the theme of this year, I think, is just me crying a lot. But I had a little tear because my 8th graders wanted me to play with them. They didn't want me to conduct. And like, so I strictly teach jazz band, which is way different than any other band program because my like the mobility rate of the kids it's a transient population and it's very hard to have like a full concert band because you need like flute, clarinet, saxophone, trumpet, French horn, like a bazillion instruments, and then like to get into the harder music, you have to have several parts. It's just a lot. But jazz band is a lot less instruments and a lot easier to have like a full ensemble with less kids. So I do jazz band and I love it. But anyway, my birthday is going pretty well. I woke up with I was really sad because my dad usually texts me pretty much right when I get up, happy birthday, and my phone was silent, and that's just really weird. So that was really, I cried. I had a good cry before work, but then I got to work, and before I even got into the building, okay, I went to the building, but then I went out of the building for door duty. But before the kids even made it into the door, I had a little gaggling of 5th graders run up to me and they're like, happy birthday! And I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't been to school in like 2 days because I had a field trip, and then yesterday I went and helped my mom. She had to get surgery on her knee, so I did that. So I haven't been there, and they just like all hugged me, and it was really cute. And then when I went in, all the kids, before announcements, all the kids were like, happy birthday. It was so cute. And then the assistant principal, I'm pretty sure she watches YouTube, my YouTube. So I've been had. I'm outed again, I guess, because she brought me donuts. And they were so good because they were like the best donuts in town, and they're like as big as my head, and I had one because you have to have one, right? One, it's your birthday, and 2, when somebody buys you donuts, you eat the dang donut, right? So it was like, it was good. I'm talking a mile a minute. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. Do you guys ever have a hard time with that, where you just apologize for no reason? I'm glad you caught the live too. Oh no, you should do cardio, Zane, while we hang out. That's, I guess, what a lot of people do is they watch my videos while they do cardio. I personally don't watch my videos while I do cardio. I usually think about how much I hate my life while doing cardio. I mean, I don't hate my life, but I do hate cardio. Actually, I don't hate cardio. I just get so bored. As long as I'm not bored, I could go forever. The second I get bored, it's like unbearable. So I just have to make sure I'm entertaining myself. And for some reason, watching YouTube while I do cardio doesn't do it for me. Podcasts and audiobooks are what I do on cardio. And I think it's just because I'm so ADHD and I'm like always looking around, that if I'm watching a video, I don't know. Even if it's just someone talking, because I do talk a lot in my videos. Especially the one on Sunday. The one on Sunday, it was a weird week. It's been a weird time lately, if you haven't noticed. But let's see, my little drummer boys, I got 2 first grade drummer boys that come see me as like a behavior reward at the end of the day. And then we rock out together. They're in first grade. They made me birthday cards and sent them to me. Oh, thanks, Nicole. What else? A kid gave me their chewed gum and said, here, this is for you. And I said, ew, because I didn't realize it was pre-chewed. What else? That was pretty much it, I think. I could be forgetting something, but the kids made me feel pretty special today, and that was really nice. 8th grade, I have to, like, they won't get out of my room at this point of the year. One kid had, like, I had to get my principal, be like, can you please get him out? I love him, but he has a math test he needs to do. And I'm not going to let him fail. So that's just how 8th grade is, you know. So how is everybody? How's your goals going? My goals are goals. I feel like I'm in a holding pattern right now. And that's, honestly, that's a win for me with all the stuff going on, you know, like life's gonna happen. Like Nicole always says, life is lifing, you know, and I'm just here for the ride, trying to be as consistent as possible, but sometimes it's just not gonna happen, you know, and that's okay. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I'm 35, staying alive. I'm starting to feel old. the kids were like, you were born in the late 1900s. And I was like, shut up. I made them, like once a week, I make them listen to some music they've never heard of before, like older music. And I made them watch an ABBA music video. I didn't realize it was a music video, but it was a music video. It was, the song that I was like, what's this song? I forgot what it was. Oh, I can't even think of how it goes anymore. Because the guys keep saying like, catch me, gotta get, no, what, guys, help me out. What is the ABBA song? I can't even think of how the melody goes. But anyway, I made them watch that song. Take a chance on me? Take a chance, Anyway, I made them watch that video, and they were like, did this come out when you were like 11? And I was like, this was in the 70s, children. My mom was your age, or maybe in high school. I don't really know. No, she was in high school in the 80s, but she was your age, children, when ABBA came out. And all of ABBA's music videos are just awful. They're so bad. Very close up to the mouth area. I don't know what that is about, but they do it. So, has anybody have anything they want to share? I'm gonna work out before my pre-workout shuts down. Hope the weekend goes fabulous. It was nice to see my cheery face. Oh, thanks. Well, have fun working out. I should probably be doing that right now. If it wasn't rude and I had like, I knew a gym was like not busy at all or no one was in there, I would totally do a live workout. That would be so much fun. I would totally do that, but that's rude and I wouldn't. Maybe one day when I'm a rich and famous teacher, YouTuber person, I'll have my like personal gym and we can do that. Missy Elliott is not old people music. I love Missy Elliott. I am officially old now though. Like the kids don't think I'm in my 20s anymore. They say 40 more than 30s now. So it is what it is, which is kind of sad. It's not sad, but it is, because my birthday wish every year when I was a kid, when I blew out my candles, was I wish I don't grow up. I wish to never grow up. And part of it came true because I feel like I'm pretty young at heart most of the time. But I mean, it's impossible not to age. So I've always been really afraid of getting old, and I don't really know why. Maybe I should think about that sometime. What's your favorite Missy Elliott song, Stacy? I know what mine is. I heard Get Your Freak On like yesterday, as I was like picking up my mom at 8 o'clock in the morning. Mine is Gossip Folk. That one is my favorite by far. 40 is the new 20. I agree. I feel like I feel like in your 20s, you have no clue what's going on. You're broker than a joke. You're just trying to feed yourself and get by, right? Thanks for the birthday wishes. And then like your 30s, your late 20s and your 30s, you're starting to get life together. And I really think that these next 5 years are going to be my time, my era's tour. I'm going to be as Taylor Swift. That's, yes. If she could just give me like $1 million, that'd be great. She wouldn't even miss it. Isn't that crazy to think? Like people that are billionaires, they literally could give you $1 million and it's like $5 to them or something. So yeah, I'll never see that money, but I'd be into getting $1 million. Going back to school in the fall for elementary education. Any advice? Advice. What would be advice for elementary education? Find the small things that the kids do and find joy in it, because the kids are going to test you. I mean, it depends on what age level you're at, but there's going to be some days where you're just like, I cannot. But the kids will just do the smallest little things that just make it all worth it. Like, like today in gym. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is the best part of the day. So all the kids from the 2 high schools that my school feeds into, the kids that are graduating high school, so they're seniors, they came back. So all my former students that are literally 6 feet tall now, they all came back and they like hunted us down, like me down. And I happened to be in the gym, and they're just like, they all gave me a hug, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I almost cried a little bit, because they were one of my favorite classes I've ever taught, and their 8th grade year was COVID, so it was cut short, and that hurt a lot. But this little girl, she's bawling, because I do 1st grade music, right? Sometimes I take them to the gym because I just cannot. And it's easier to like let them play, like run around or whatever. We played like catch, and they played with hula hoops and jump ropes. But anyway, as the seniors were there, this little girl comes up and hugs me. She is bawling. And I was like, what's wrong? And she's like, I'm scared. I was like, oh, it's okay. Like, I've taught most of these kids when they were your age, because I did teach some of them when they were that little. And she's like, but they're so big. So I was like, it's okay. So I had her go talk to her little friend, and then I had to go, where did I go? I went somewhere, but when I came back, all the kids were gone, and she's still bawling, and she comes up to me, and I was like, oh, what's wrong now? And she's like, I'm still horrified. They're giant. And it was so hard for me not to die laughing, because horrified, like she's horrified because these giant children are there. It was so funny. Elementary education, it's okay if it's negative. Okay, so relish your breaks. Do things to rest, and it's okay if you go home and sleep, especially in August. You are going to go home and sleep, because you're going to have to make a million decisions all at once, because there's going to be like 15 to 25, and hopefully not 30, but some situations you'll have up to like 30 kids. At times, they're all going to be asking questions at the same time, and it's very overwhelming. So just take it like one question at a time. And if you go home and you crash and you fall asleep until 7, that's okay. You'll get there. I love being a teacher, but there are moments that are extremely hard and extremely exhausting. And a lot of things that I don't like about being a teacher has nothing to do with teaching, if that makes sense. It's a lot of red tape. The bigger the district, the more red tape, but you usually get paid more in a bigger district, so it's like a trade-off. Let's see, anything else happened? I finished editing my video last night. Well, not finished. I still have to put music to it and maybe do some other things to it, but the rough edit is done, and that's what takes forever. So you guys will definitely have a video on Sunday. You've watched a lot of why I quit teaching videos. I bet it's a lot about, if I had to guess why teachers quit teaching, it's a lot to do with red tape and disrespect. I would say, more than likely. Because the longer I've been a teacher, I feel like the disrespect is rising. There are some days where I get disrespected every single hour of the day by children, by 10 to 14-year-olds. So actually, no. The worst comment, I don't know if I've shared this with you guys. The worst comment, the most, I don't know if it's disrespectful, I guess, comment. I kind of just let it roll off my shoulders because I'm like, whatever. It was a little first grader. First graders are vicious, by the way. They're savage. I don't remember why she was upset, but she was very upset with me. And she said, I liked you better when you were fatter. You were nicer. Just like, what? You could tell? Thank you. So she was very angry at me, and she thought she was going for the throat. And I was just like, oh, thanks. Hi. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I feel like 1,000,000 pounds have been lifted off my shoulder now that my performance schedule is done for the year. And I just get to hang out with my kids. So I'm very excited for that. All these birthday wishes, like, yes, it was a good comeback. She was very mad, which caused her to take off her Crocs and throw them. Not at me, though, which is an improvement. So I was proud of her. The little growths in life, I guess. Growth mindset. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to think. I don't want to like say all the stuff I say in my video on Sunday, but I also, there's just, I don't know. I could talk about teaching all day, every day. I could talk about band indefinitely because I've been doing band since I was 9 or 10. So sometimes I get on my little band tangents and I just go. Little rants, but concert chat time. They did really well. Caitlin said she had goosebumps, which is great. We play more popular music in my band because like we're never gonna be that band that goes to contest. It's just not in our cards, and that's okay. That's not my focus for my children. The focus for my children is to learn how to persevere and have self-discipline and to have grit and tenacity and to just like not give up when it's hard. Like my class is literally the only class in school that we don't rely on computers and technology. My class is pretty much, except PE of course, but every child in that class has to take part, you know, and there's no easy way out. Like if you don't practice, you're gonna not sound great. That's just how it is, you know. So I really focus on that. I also focus on feelings. We talk a lot about feelings and if we're feeling negative feelings like depression, anxiety, anger, how we can use our musical skill sets to take our mind off of that and to just come down off of that. I used to have practice rooms before they took my band room and made it into a cafeteria. And it is what it is, but whatever. I used to have practice rooms and kids would come all of the time, and they would be upset and they would just go practice. And I really encourage that because I used to have like a lot, I deal with a lot of angry children. And we just try to peel back their onion layers and just try to teach them that you can find music you like, you can sit by yourself and just focus on that and let the rest of the world melt behind them. And so that's my goal as a band director and a music educator. And it's really important to me, you know. Let's see. The concert outfit was great. I had to keep like bending down to get the microphone because my dummy self didn't get the mic stand out. I don't know why I didn't do that. And usually someone like hands the microphone up to me, but there was no one. So I had to keep bending down, which was kind of annoying. But the outfit fit great and I felt pretty good in it. And the kids were like, ooh, look at you go. They were very like, oh, Oh, you look good. So that was cool. You know what? Fifth graders do want to play hot cross buns. They love hot cross buns. I know, like, as an adult, you're like, oh my God, hot cross buns. But that's like the first song that they can play. And I hype them up so much because that's a huge accomplishment. If they can play hot cross buns, that means they know 3 notes. They know how to put their instrument together. They know how to tongue. They know how to breathe. They know how to make sounds. They know how to, their little fingers. And that is so much for a little 9 or 10-year-old to accomplish. And I always play drum set with my children, especially beginning band, because it just makes it more fun for them. And they always want to play hot cross buns, always. But we swiftly get into Baby Shark and the Addams Family. So, like, my 7th and 8th grade band, we played 25 to 6 to 4, but we didn't play it on the concert because they just couldn't get it together. I don't think it was too hard for them. I just think that they had 8th grade itis. And then Seven Nation Army, and then Riders on the Storm. That's what we played. And they absolutely love Seven Nation Army. Love it so much. So that, you know, once I pulled that out, they wanted to play all the time. So it's really about like what we play with the kids that really gets them motivated. Let's see here. Balls. Oh, okay. Let's see. Is Jen in here? Jen, are you in here? I should make somebody a moderator so we don't have balls randomly in the chat. Let's see. I did concert band as a kid and went to state several times, which was a chore, but I enjoyed that our band instructor did jazz band and I got to switch from clarinet to tenor sax. Yeah, so a lot of my clarinet players that I start end up playing saxophone, and they play clarinet too. And then when I get new kids in, I usually throw them on bass guitar or guitar because it's kind of easier to pick up. And I usually have 1 or 2 kids playing drum set. I love how you go about teaching your kids. My instructor was a lot like you with the fun stuff. Yeah, mine, when I was in band, it was very much like, practice, we must be the best as we can. And that's how college was too. And honestly, my passion for playing trumpet professionally died in college because it was so competitive and I'm just not a competitive person. I don't have the ego for it. I'm fine playing third trumpet. Honestly, I would rather play third trumpet than first trumpet because it's like, it's more fun. There's no pressure on me. And it might also have something to do that when I was in my senior year, I had a new band director and he was a mentor to me. Don't get me wrong. And he was really, really hard on me because he knew I wanted to go to college for education, music ed. But whenever I missed a note or whatever, he would just lay into me. Yeah, my junior and senior year, I almost dropped out of music education and changed my major because I hit a wall with my trumpet playing and like the vibe was just not it. I just love teaching more than playing my trumpet. And I know that a lot of, I don't know, networking and stuff is like done in adult ensembles. Like a lot of my area band director people, they're in ensembles and stuff. And I just do not have the desire to play trumpet in an ensemble currently. Maybe I would do a jazz band, maybe. But I don't even know where I'd fit that in my schedule. And I know some people probably look down on me for it, but I don't really care. Because I know I'm making some big, huge difference in some kids' lives that really need it. How many more days of school? 5. I have Monday through Friday. Friday is a half day, I think. That boy America. I don't know, man. I don't know you like that. Sorry. I have to get one of my OGs to be the moderator that comment all the time. Let's see what else. We don't really have any big plans for the summer. My plans for the summer is to just go really, 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 really hard on exercising, nutrition, YouTube, the house. We're doing a lot of projects around the house, trying to get some systems in place to help it stay picked up and cleaned, because I think that's just the problem is I don't have systems in place to keep my house clean. So I'm gonna like focus on that this summer. We're not really going anywhere. Normally we go on a road trip, like a cross-country road trip, or we've gone to Disney World a couple times. I think we might go on a cruise next year, but this year we're just gonna chill at home, and I'm just gonna work my booty off to be the best version of myself I possibly can be. So let's see what else. I keep getting ads for this electrolyte coffee, and part of me wants to try it just because then I can be like, haha, see, look, I'm hydrating while I drink coffee. I don't know if I believe it's actually hydrating, but they have banana flavored coffee, and I think that's weird. I just got a text from a coworker that they're like, why aren't you at happy hour? I am at happy hour, just not with my coworkers. I think the hardest part about weight loss for me is the social aspect of it, I think. Because I really don't drink, that's a lot of reallys. I don't drink alcohol anymore. And that doesn't sit well with some of my coworkers, I feel like. Because I am a certain way, I guess, the way I am on YouTube with you guys, I'm not like that all the time in person, because I really am an introvert. I swear to you, I am. But when I drink a little bit of alcohol, I relax a little bit, and I'm more like how I am on YouTube with you guys, like when I'm being like real silly. So my coworkers love that side of me, and so sometimes I'm like, I don't really want to drink. That they're kind of like, oh, come on. But they stopped after I talked to them about it. So I think the social aspect is probably one of the hardest parts about the whole weight loss thing. And also having other people in your household not on the same diet as you, that's really hard, because they want certain things, but you can't, or you shouldn't because you're trying to focus. Not that you can't, like I could, but is it really worth eating McDonald's tonight and not, be hungry in like, 5 minutes? It's not, but, I think the nutrition is way harder for me personally than working out. It's getting busy out here. It's really warm here too, so that's really nice. Yes, I agree. Drinking on a weight loss journey is the worst. It's unnecessary calories. I'd rather drink it in coffee, honestly. I would want to babysit adults after a hard week of school. Yeah, they're great. I have really good coworkers. Like, they're more like family. Some of them I've been with all 10 years. So, yeah, they're more like family. And it's kind of cute because Caitlin and we met at the school I'm working at right now. And the first time we really had a conversation was our first Christmas party. And if you ever bring up that Christmas party to the main group of coworkers that I hang out with, they all argue who is the one that got me intoxicated, because they all think I did, including Caitlin. She also is in on that argument because apparently I was just really fun to be around that night. And they still talk about it. It wasn't like I made a fool out of myself. It was just that it was like the first time they really saw my personality, because I'm very much like more of a sit back and observe kind of person. Like my spot in meetings is the corner of the back of the room. Everyone knows the corner of the back of the room is my spot. We don't have assigned seats, but we do. So, that I think they were all just really surprised. They're like, oh my God, she's hilarious. So it's kind of a running joke who got me intoxicated that first party. There's like three or four people that are very convinced it was them. Maybe it was all of them. Maybe that's why I was intoxicated, because they all made me drinks. Let's see, anything else do you guys have any questions? Something just flew in my eye. Any questions for me? I'm trying to read this guy's shirt. I'll be back. Oh, that's a political shirt. Okay. There's a guy, like, I want to say like 20 or 50 feet maybe. And he rode in on a motorcycle, and he's just standing there. I think he's waiting for somebody. And I read the back of his shirt. It's a political shirt. Plans for my birthday. Oh, thank you for reminding me, because you guys are going to decide it for me. So today, I think we're just going to maybe get takeout and go to a park and hang out with our dogs, because tomorrow we are going to St. Louis Zoo. Or we're going to St. Louis Zoo. And we're going to be gone most of the day, so I don't want to be gone all tonight, too. So we're not doing much tonight, but tomorrow we're going to go to the zoo. And do you guys want me to vlog there? Because sometimes when I vlog things that are not related to like weight loss or what I eat in the days, I lose subscribers. Not even sometimes. I lose subscribers every single time I like go off the path of what my channel is, and that's why I don't, some of you guys know, but that's why I don't like post my camping stuff on this channel, because I lost a bunch of subscribers whenever I did that. Like the swimsuit video, I think I lost a few, but then I gained like more. It's weird. YouTube's weird. So, if you guys want me to vlog the zoo, I 100% will, because I love vlogging. It's fun to me. But if you don't, then I won't. I do have another YouTube channel. It's Camping with Stevie. It only has a few videos on it. It's not really off the ground yet, because making camping videos, although it's very fun, it's hard to do because of working, you know? Like, it'd be very hard to post a video every week for camping. My goal is, though, eventually that channel will be uploaded. Like, I'll upload to it regularly. The whole back of my truck is converted into like a little camper space. So yeah, it's Camping with Stevie. My South Dakota trip is on there. Lawnmower update. We got it working. My father-in-law came, and he literally just put his hand over the carburetor, like air intake, and started it, and it just like ran for a little bit, and it was fixed. So I mowed the grass, and then I mowed the grass again 2 days ago, and it died again. And it was getting buggy, so I didn't like take all the stuff off to try to do the carburetor thing. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna buy a new carburetor and replace it, and I'm gonna do that because I'm too cheap to pay anybody to do it. Like, why hire people when you have YouTube, honestly? Because I did everything my father-in-law would have done. He's like, you literally did everything I would have done before this step. So YouTube is a great thing. If I have time, vlog. I love St. Louis Zoo. Yes. If you guys are ever in the area, definitely go to St. Louis Zoo. It's definitely worth the day trip. It's one of the best zoos in the country, I believe. I've been to a lot of zoos, and it's a really good zoo. And it's free. Parking is not free. Well, if you park in the park, where the zoo is, because the zoo is like in this gigantic park, then like you can park free. You're just gonna have to like walk a mile probably, but they have 2 parking lots that you could pay for. Kate and I are probably just gonna pay for parking because my knee, I don't need the extra walking right now. So if, like I said, if you're ever in the St. Louis area, the zoo, the science center is really great. I haven't been to the botanical gardens, but those are great, and a lot of it's free. The city museum is not free, but it's like a giant adult playground with a bunch of slides and stuff. Like the whole building is just like a playground for everyone, not just kids. So St. Louis is a great city. It's one of my favorite cities. I personally like it more than Chicago. Chicago is kind of hard to get around. New York was much easier to get around than Chicago. Yeah. If I had to, I think it would go St. Louis, New York, and then Chicago. And I think I just like St. Louis the best is because, I mean, I can go there pretty much whenever I want because I'm not that far away from it. And St. Louis is big enough to where it has the city amenities like an aquarium and a big zoo and a science center and an art museum, but it's not so big that you have to pay $1 million for parking or you can't drive in the city, if that makes sense. Favorite ride at Disney? Oh my gosh, don't even get me started. It depends on what park. Do you want like my favorite Disney ride of all time? Oh, I think it'd either have to be, oh man, that's so hard. Here's the 3 contenders. Spaceship Earth. I know, you're like, what? I love Spaceship Earth. I love sitting backwards and looking up at like the star part, and they usually stop during that part, and it always pops in my back, and it's just like a good nap spot. Frozen in Epcot. That was the first like Disney ride we went on with like animatronics and stuff, and I literally cried. I cried when we saw Elsa, and then like your boat turns and then she like pushes you back and it goes back, and then like a blast of freezing cold air like goes in your face, and then you go down this like hill thing. I legit cried because I'm like, this is so magical. I'm in Disney World, because I never thought I would ever be able to afford Disney World. So it was like a huge major accomplishment to be able to go do a Disney vacation. And then the third one would be Pirates of the Caribbean. No, Haunted Mansion. I think Haunted Mansion might be my favorite ride. Haunted Mansion is the ride my mom always told me about. So that's the one ride I've always wanted to go on as a kid. So when I got to go on that as an adult after I paid for my own vacation, that was a moment, definitely. Have I lived anywhere else? I've lived in Iowa, barely, for a year. I lived in Davenport for a year, and then of course college, but that was still in Illinois. I would love to live out west somewhere. I'd love to live in Florida. I'd love to be a Disney vlogger. You know, like if I could have a dream job, I think it would be a Disney vlogger. I just love vlogging though, in general. You can buy Disney points to stay at resorts. Yeah, you can. You can buy DVC points and stay at the bigger resorts for a little cheaper. I think next time we go to Disney, that's what we're gonna do, is do that. Iowa is the worst. I hate driving through Iowa with a passion. It is the worst state to drive through. And then after Iowa is Nebraska, which is not better. It's the same. It's so boring. Whatever. Like we drove to Colorado, what, 2 years ago, I think? No. We drove to South Dakota last year, and we had to we went up through Minnesota because I was like, I am not going through Nebraska again. I hate Nebraska or Iowa. I hate those two states so much. But when we went to Colorado, we drove through, I know, all of Iowa, and it was just like, please make it stop. We also been to New Orleans too. That was, I feel like New Orleans was underwhelming. I would have liked it more if it was more history based and not just drinking, because I don't really like drinking anymore. Yes, cornfields for days. You do get like a little hilly on the very western side of Iowa, which is kind of interesting. Can you hear me now? I pushed the mute button. I'm sorry. My bad. Um, anyway, LS, thank you for the comment. I don't know if you could hear that. Appreciate it. I would. Can you hear me now? Good. No sound. Can you hear me? Yes? Yes? No? Because I pushed the thing. Oh. I don't know how to fix the sound. Can you hear me now? Yes? Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to pop off here. Thank you, LS, for the comment. I really appreciate it. It's 4 o'clock and Caitlin's going to be home in about 10 minutes and I'm going to go play catch with my puppies. But I will see you guys Sunday. And until next time. Oh, and I'm going to vlog tomorrow. So y'all better watch it on Wednesday. If y'all don't watch my vlog on Wednesday after I vlog my birthday weekend, I'm going to feel some type of way about it. Not really. Well, a little bit. Just a little bit. But until next time, friends, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for taking your time and hanging out with me on my birthday. It means the world. I love you guys so much. And don't forget to be kind to yourself. Bye.